inspire even more. No telling where we will be next. Surrender to your rapture or rest. Lay your head, let the slumber flow. Can't resist, that's why we're thorough. Yeah. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Baby, you can find me under the lights, diamonds under my eyes. Turn the rhythm up, don't you wanna just come along for the ride? Oh, my outfit's so tight, you can see my heartbeat tonight. I can take the heat, baby, best believe that's the moment I shine. 'Cause every romance shakes and it bends, don't give a damn. When the night's here, I don't do tears, baby, no chance. I could dance, I could dance, I could dance. Watch me dance, dance the night away. My heart could be burning, but you won't see it on my face. Watch me dance, dance the night away. I'll still keep the party running, I won't get out of place. Lately, I've been moving close to the edge, still be looking my best. I stay on the beat, you can count on me, I ain't missing no steps. 'Cause every romance shakes and it bends, don't give a damn. When the night's here, I don't do tears, baby, no chance. I could dance, I could dance, I could dance. Watch me dance, dance the night away. My heart could be burning, but you won't see it on my face. Watch me dance, dance the night away. I'll still keep the party running, I won't get out of place. When my heart breaks, when my world shakes, I don't play safe, don't you know about me? I could dance, I could dance, I could dance. Even when the tears are flowing, they're diamonds on my face, I still keep the party going, not one hair out of place. Yes, I can. Even when the tears are flowing, they're diamonds on my face. Yes, I can. I still keep the party going, not one hair out of place. Watch me dance, dance the night away. My heart could be burning, but you won't see it on my face. Watch me dance, dance the night away. I'll still keep the party running, I won't get out of place. When my heart breaks, when my world shakes,
All right, we are on, everybody. Welcome. Good to see you all. Happy Saturday in Sydney. Happy Friday in most places in the United States, in Europe, in England, and wherever you are in the world. Welcome. We are excited to have you. This is going to be phenomenal. This is actually my first masterclass that I've ran for just isolated on its own for years now. And I was actually sitting at my desk as I normally do during the week, like a crazy man on Wednesday. And I thought, why don't we launch a masterclass and give people some extra value and share some of the things that we've been learning recently that have really transformed our business and so many coaches that we've been working with. So write in the chat, I'm excited. I'm excited. And also thank you for the kind birthday wishes. It was my birthday last week or 8 days ago. And yes, I'm getting old. I turned 39 years of age, would you believe? And some people are going, Luke, that's not old. That's good. And that's right. Age is just a number, isn't it? Age is just a number. Let's get excited. Today is on how to quit your job in 90 days and actually make 30K per month as a coach using AI and neurotransformation therapy. Now, with this, I wanted to share with you a little video.
With the skill of Luke's training, that's taken me to a depth within myself that I'm now so comfortable in the uncomfortable.
The whole environment, everything all combined together, it's really a perfect melting point for things to happen, for those breakthroughs to happen.
One of the best experiences I had, and I went to him after and I shook his hand and I said thank you, and it was a beautiful moment.
All right, that's all in there. Well done. Yay. Exciting. Now, who here, put your hand up if it is your first time with me. You've never experienced anything before. Give me a hand up if that is you. All right, if it's your second time or more, you're hungry for more, give me a wave. So I know who's here. Write in the chat, second time or first time. Phenomenal. I really appreciate all of you for being here, to take your time out of your week, because I know if you're here, you value growth, you value becoming the best version of yourself, and you want to give others the best transformation if you're looking at growing your coaching business. And this is great because this is actually going to be a phenomenal journey and a lot of new stuff here, and some things I've never shared before. So here we go. There's 3 categories of people here. Write which category you might be. Category number 1, you've never coached before and you're in the get me out of my job now category. I want a life of freedom, helping others as a coach now. That's category number 1. Category number 2 would be that you've had a paid client or paid clients and you're in the get me out of my job now category. I want more money and a life of freedom helping others as a coach now. So some of you had a client or 2 or a few clients or maybe many. And the third category would be, tell me if you're in this one, is you're out of your job and maybe you're seeing paid clients already, but you just want to make more money, have more freedom and help more people as a coach. So you're 1, 2 or 3, write in the chat. And this is going to be an interactive thing, so I know Luke's just not talking to a camera for an hour and a half straight. So keep alive out there, stay breathing and interacting. I want to see that you are getting everything out of this masterclass. Phenomenal. Okay, we've got people of all different categories. That's good. Now, the next thing I want to ask you as well, or you should know, is there's 3 things you need to know to make 30K a month as a coach. What are they? I'm going to simplify it for you, because after doing this for 12 years and having over 500 people make 6 figures a year start at 0, and 40 plus at 7 figures a year who started at 0, then I've nailed it down to 3 things. Are you ready? Here we go. The first thing will be that your psychology. So this is going to be your identity, your beliefs, your values. You're connected enough to your purpose, which is, why am I here? What am I here to serve? What is my assignment from my creator or God or the universe? And I would say a certain amount of past trauma healed, which I'm going to get through in a minute. But psychology is an important part. Give me a wave if you've seen that as an important part of the journey. All right, good. We're here. Awesome. All right, next bit is going to be the 4 skills. I've now done the 4 main skills that you need. Coaching, obviously, you need to be great at it. Sales and or influence. So I know many of us here might be triggered by selling things, or might feel, I guess, have negative beliefs about this area. But you're going to have to sell things, because you could be the most amazing coach on earth. If you're not able to sell, then it just stays on the shelf, doesn't it? The third thing is communication. You have to be really good at communicating your value and communicating to others and building relationships. And then the 4th thing is marketing. And just so you know, don't worry, I was not born under the marketing tree. These are things that I all had to learn. And then the 4th one, or the 3rd one, sorry, is going to be that we have, I'll show you in a minute, but coaching, I believe, is a skill that everybody should learn. And it's actually the 2nd fastest growing industry in the world right now after AI. And with that, it's worth over $300 billion a year as an industry. And that's why I think it's the best time, never than ever before, to get into it. Now, strategy. That's the 3rd thing. So if you're running east looking for the sunset, that will not work. Also, doing it on your own, I'm yet to meet a 6-figure coach and go, guess what, Luke? I did it all on my own. I've never met one. And the last one as well is the wrong mentor. Now, every mentor helps, of course, but some mentors are better than others, like anything in life. So those are the 3 things that we need. Now, if I break this down further, a little disclaimer. My mission is to actually help people become the most healed, embodied, successful coaches and leaders that they could possibly be. I want to heal trauma, and I can't do it on my own. And I want people to live their best life they possibly can. I can't do that on my own either. So that is why I need people like yourselves to go out there and make a change. And I feel so called to help people get out of the rat race, get out of patterns of scarcity, get out of limitations that only exist in the mind, and give you the best tools and knowledge to serve and heal others. And many of you may know that this is a new season for you in 2026. So write in the chat, it's my new season. It's my new season. Now, from this new season, I want to share with you that old patterns do not work in new seasons. So today could be an opportunity where you draw a line in the sand and you go, I'm not going back to the way that I've always been. And I no longer want to do what I've always done. And so this masterclass will stretch you. It'll be like a challenge. And the only way to get most out of this masterclass is actually to do what is uncomfortable. If you do what's uncomfortable now, you'll have a comfortable future. If you do only what's comfortable now and what's easy, then you're going to have an uncomfortable future. Give me a wave if you follow. Okay, comfortable means doing everything that's easy, everything that you've always done, everything that's safe. You will not grow a coaching business holding on to safety. Because often what's perceived as safe is not what your brain perceives as safe in terms of the things that you need to do. So this could be an opportunity. There is no challenge without, there is no champion without a challenge, and there is no advancement without adversity, if you're taking notes, and there is no destiny without difficulty, and there is no strength without struggle. And so no matter where you are right now, that will not be the reason as to why you would never succeed. It could be the reason, though, why you will. Okay, good. Now, throughout this masterclass, many of you are going to feel excited about the possibility of the future. And some of you are going to feel fearful, like, holy shit, what if I can't succeed? And this is just an inner wounded child pattern. It's not who you are. And then some of us here, or a few of you, are going to feel regret, and you'll be like, oh my God, I wish I saw this system first. But that's okay, because no matter where you are right now, everything is changeable. And the past does not equal the future. And unless you keep doing what you've always done, and in that case, you would have what you've always had. But today is a day of new beginnings. To trust yourself and to listen to the assignment you've been given, and hopefully to expand into abundance by saying yes to yourself and yes to life. Now, as well, I'm going to share some testimonials. So if testimonials trigger you, I'm sorry in advance. I love sharing my successful students, and many of them are here as well. And I love supporting my students. I'm their biggest cheerleader. And I would be more worried if I didn't share any testimonials and gone, holy shit, why is Luke not sharing any of these amazing people? So just letting you know in advance, that will be happening. Now, I'm going to offer also something crazy at the end. Now, this is if I get enough interaction, and it will be crazy because there's some things I've never given before in my life that have made us a lot of money and have allowed us to help a lot of people. And I don't want to keep this to myself because that would be selfish. So that will be something interesting coming up. Here's some house rules. Well, the first thing is that I want you to fully participate, and thank you to everyone with their cameras on. I see Kaz, Angela, there's others here that have their camera on. Who else got their camera on? Riley, Oscar, my jiu-jitsu trainer, is here. Meg, and there's some others here as well. Trina, Dan, thanks guys. Dan's here, he's one of our students. So this is going to be amazing. Well done for fully participating and give your best. And no phones, put them on silent because there's going to be some crazy information being shared, but I need full engagement. Then be in your own space, no distractions, and please no negativity in the chat. This is a positive group and I don't want anyone's learning to be affected here. Out of respect of the group, please positive vibes only. If you can write in the chat, positive vibes. And if you have anything negative to say, please direct that at Dan, because Dan was wearing his helmet today and he's ready for any negative comments or judgments. There's always a few, but try to reserve them if you can. We're trying to spread the light here. And all right, great. Now, here's step one, is change your name on Zoom. You'll see in the top 3 dots in the top right-hand corner of your screen, you click on that and you can rename yourself and put your actual full name. That would be amazing if you could, so we know who you are. And then to engage, if you click on the chat, then you can write a comment in the chat, and many of you are, and write it to everybody if you want everyone to see it, or write it to Dan if you just want Dan to see it. And some of my team are here as well. Thanks, Lark. That's very kind. We have Fernando here. We have Sarika here. They're our in-house relationship support. We have Lisa and Sarah, our course training consultants. And we have the amazing Dan, head of operations, and the amazing Kate, who's phenomenal as well, who's been up very late helping me put these slides together. That's our amazing team on this project. Now, here we go. All masterclass notifications are in the WhatsApp group chat. So if you want to keep up to date with any notifications, scan that QR code, or Dan will put the link in the chat and you can join the WhatsApp chat there as well. All right, great. Now, why listen to Luke? Because some of you are new, some of you have seen me before, and well, it's always good to know who we're listening to. All right, well, if you hadn't seen, in 2014, I didn't want to be around after a relationship breakup. And I was in 30K of uni debt, and I borrowed another $4,000 off my parents to do a life coach training. So now I'm in 34K debt in total. Now, then I felt a bit like this. it hadn't been 84 years since I had money in my bank account, but it actually been 27 years. And essentially, the good news is I didn't stay there. And I actually went all in. And you're like, holy shit, what did Luke do? Well, he emptied his bank account, so he had $300 left to do a life coach training. And by the way, there will be some swearing in this training because I use it to get through to the subconscious mind, to get through what's real and true. And there's no offense to it. It's just because I'm just telling how it is. Some people like me, some people don't. But I just be who I am. Great. So now I'm down to $300. And then I'm like, shit, what do? I sleep in my van and I park it in Bondi Beach. That's my van. Some of you are saying you overpaid for your $1,000 van. And I took showers at the beach. And then from here, I'm earning $300 a week, living week to week at my mum's house at 27, and I knew nothing about coaching, sales, or marketing. Nothing at all. But I did know how to ask my mum to make my bed of a morning at 27. I did know that. Then this happened. And at year one, I quit my job within 6 months as a school teacher, and I made 60 grand. Helping people for everything you could imagine. Helping kids with bullying, relationship breakups, coaching people in real estate, helping people with weight loss, addiction, quit smoking, phobias, depression, network marketers, you named it, I worked with it. And then in year two, I made $100K in a year, seeing 3 to 8 clients a day on average. And I wanted to get really good at coaching. So whatever you told me you had, I just said yes to it and did it. And no one taught me how to build the business thing properly, but I just saw people for everything because I want to get good as a coach. And I realized there was an easy way to do it later on. But then in year three, I went from nothing, earning no more than 27 grand in a year, turning $1 million in a year in year three, running live coaching trainings, group transformation events, and retreats. And there's a picture of us at a retreat in Bali in quite a few years ago now. It would have been about 2017, I think. And then in year four, I made $2.5 million doing the same as above. And then I started giving money to Operation Underground Railroad to help free kids from sex trafficking. It's an amazing organization if you haven't heard of it. And then year five, we made $3 million a year doing the same as above. Because once you make a certain amount of money, you're like, well, it's only so much happiness it can bring you on your own, and it doesn't really. It's really temporary. Really want a life of meaning. And the meaning really comes from helping others and seeing others transform. So then years 6 to 11, we stayed at $3 million a year. We trained 3,700 students. We then created over 500 six-figure ones, 40 seven-figure ones. There's some picture of some of us in the room, because I know many of you I'm going to meet in the room in March or July. I know that's going to happen as well. And then we have more of these students. I just don't have time to go through every testimonial, of course. This is just some of them. But just so you know, Luke didn't just get to the mountain himself, the top of the mountain. He helps many others as well. And you name the background, the person, you know, whatever that they do, whatever their past history was. We have people making 6-7 figures a year. It doesn't matter what their past has been or who they are or their current life circumstances. We have plenty of these. Okay, this is one of my students actually. He went from zero to making 350 grand a month business, would you believe, within about 3 years as well. Pretty wild. And I met him for lunch actually one time. It was amazing. All right, now year 12, we then broke the code. We got out of 3 million a year, and now we finally have got to 5 million a year in cash collected. And we have a team now of 23 people, and this is my team. And we have people in every role, every area of the business. And so actually, I only have to do what I am probably best at, which is teaching and coaching people. And everything else that I do is because I want to do it, not because I need to do it. Who would like to be in that boat where you get just to choose what you want to do in your business? Give me a wave or a hand up. All right, amazing. So, you know, some people run these masterclasses and they're like, hey, I can help you be a millionaire. But secretly, they're doing everything on their own. They're doing it all themselves. They're doing sales. They're doing marketing. They're messaging people. They're answering to every email. I don't know what else they're doing. But just so you know, Luke's not full of bull dust or crap. That's his whole team. So I love to take people from being what's called a business operator, where you do everything, to being a business owner, where you only do what you want to do. Okay? So that's my goal. Now, and then we've been recognized as Australia's #1 life coaching school. We hold Australia's biggest life coaching trainings. We have a lot of internationals. We have many flying over to March and July to come see us in the room, and have had some amazing mentors along the way, which has been really great. And from all this, would you believe Luke actually takes some holidays too? And I think it's wild that I'm even taking holidays. I never thought I'd be saying those sentences to people, holidays. But here we are. This is what I did last week. I was actually in Bali, and that was the villa that I rented. Who likes my villa? Give me a thumbs up. You like my villa? Alright, it's pretty cool. Now, I was sitting in the villa and I was going, holy shit, this is good for me, but I want other people to have a villa like this themselves. And I caught up with some friends. We went out. We had a wild time. You don't need to see those wild photos. But the reason I share all of this is because I've come from minus $34,000 in debt and depression, not wanting to be around, to now running a $5 million a year business where I now can take holidays when I want. I have total financial and time freedom now. I do what I'm most gifted at, and I have a lot of my coaching profits invested now into a property portfolio, crypto, stocks, private equity. So all these things make me money while I sleep, so I don't have to work, and I only coach because I want to. Give me a wave if you want to get to this place. Give me a wave. Alright, great. If there was a song I could play, there's a song. But I want to show you this today, and this is why I feel congruent to help you get to the promised land, and not someone that's just telling you that they can do it, but secretly their life is not what they say it is. Mine is exactly what I say it is. And then we have an amazing community. We have people propose to their to their girlfriends in our courses. We have Christmas parties. It's an amazing community to join what we have. And all right, here we go. Who's ready? Let's get into it. The road to get to 30K per month within 90 days using neurotransformation therapy and AI and virtual assistants. Right in the chat. I'm ready. I'm ready. Come on, give me some engagement. Let's do it. Go team. We've got Richard here. We've got Michelle here. We've got Meg. We've got so many amazing people. I need, like I said, the more engagement I get, the more I'm going to share. It's as if you were in the room with me. Here we go. Great. Now, this works even if you're bad at tech, even if you've never coached anyone before, even if you're... Anika's here as well. Amazing. Shirley's here. Even if you believe money is the root of all evil, even if you're horrible at sales, you think selling is bad, even if you've got 0 followers on social media and the only 2 people are your Uncle Barry and your Mother Jill, and even if you've got all this, even if you've been stuck in self-doubt, procrastination, overthinking, fear of judgment, it stopped you. And even if you tell me, Luke, I've got this special limiting belief that came through to me by a lightning bolt from the universe, and I'm only 1 out of 8 people that have this 8 billion people that have this limiting belief, and that's why I can't succeed. Even if you had the lightning bolt that you're the only one with that limiting belief or life circumstance. All right, here we go. So here are the steps. Step 1 is we must transform ourselves if we're taking notes. This is so I feel congruent to transform other people and master sales skills. Now, I have to be able to do that. Now, would you believe there's 13 of the most common patterns I've seen over 12 years that keep people stuck. Are you ready? There's only 13, there's 13. Self-doubt and confidence, procrastination, needing to be liked. That's a big one, folks. How many of you have had the experience where you're like, shit, I want to sell this person, or I want them to be my client, but I'm worried if I charge them or if I say it's this amount of money, they might not like me. Who's had that thought? I've had that thought. I'm like, especially if it's a friend. It could be or someone that you know on some level. All right, self-sacrifice. Demetrius here as well. Oh, Demetrius got a success story for me. People-pleasing, self-abandonment in relationships, anxiety, Negative triggers around selling or being sold to. I know people have triggers around selling because normally when people sell to you, that triggers the hell out of you. By the way, those people never grow. It's if you go around blaming people, everyone's the devil because they want to solve problems and charge you money for solving problems, you're going to be stuck. You've got to change that. Number 8, negative or limiting money stories, self-worth issues, negative triggers around parents, the need for social approval or validation. By the way, for some of you, your family or closest friends will never approve of your business or never approve of your new calling. Give me a wave if you follow. Some of you, it's just like that. And then 12, struggling to give or receive help. Some of you are really good at giving help, but receiving help, you run the other direction. And 13, the 4 main fears: fear of being seen, fear of being judged, fear of failure, and fear of success. Now, pick on the 13. Which one of these terrible 13 most common patterns have held you back the most? Write a number. Go. Write in the chat. Wendy's here as well. Pick a number. Go. We want to be vulnerable. It's like if you were in the room and I was going around, I was saying, hey, which number are you? You've got to own it to transform it. No one's enlightened here. Pick the one that you do the most, including me. I know sometimes I've had times where I've fallen into needing to be liked. I do have sometimes I've done that. See, Luke's not only enlightened, he does have some times where he's noticed he's done that. And sometimes where he's noticed shit, fear of being judged, that's pop up. So I'm not expressing my authentic self. I'm abandoning myself. Sometimes that's happened for me. So there we go. All right, good. So that's step 1. Let's get into it. Step 2. What is step 2? We want to create a high ticket one-on-one program that is 3K to 10K. So what does that mean? No freebies and no low hourly rate coaching. So watch this carefully. There's 3 categories of people here. It's like, Luke, some of you are like, well, how does Luke read me like a book? Well, he's done this for so long. Category 1 is you've got no paid clients yet. We're starting from fresh and we need a 3K to 10K offer now. Category 2 is you're seeing 80% of your clients by the hour for a $100 to $300 an hour rate. You're on a rocky foundation. Or you're number 3. You're seeing 80% of your clients by the hour for $50 to $300, but you're getting your clients from the government or insurance companies who are telling you what you're worth. You're on quicksand. So write in the chat, which one are you? Write in the chat, which one are you? If you're any of those, and if you're not any of those categories, you might be category 4, where you might just already only be selling high ticket or very high hourly rate. I charge $3,000 an hour for my coaching now. And that's because I don't have the time. And all my coaches have a high ticket offer where they're charging, $3K or more, generally for most of them. All right, here we go. What if I said there's a better way than doing any of this? And sell high ticket one-on-one to begin. And what if I told you that this was the quickest way to get to 30K a month in 90 days or less? Look at this here. I'm going to go through the 6 main social media launches in a minute. But see here, I've got the 6-week breakthrough program. This is one either that you're getting it from us, which I'll talk about later, or you have your own. But you want to charge between 2K to 10K. Why 6 weeks and not 6 years as your first main offer? Because most people are willing to give you 6 weeks of their life because most people feel enough trust to do that. And most people feel enough trust to give you 2K to 10K. Give me a wave if you follow. All right, great. Now, from there, some people will have the money to go, screw that. I've got the trust as well. I want to do a 3-month program and I want something 3K to 12K or 6K to 24K if it's 6 months or 12 to 48K if it's 12 months. And this would be a one-on-one VIP program, and you really could do it as 1 session a week or a fortnight, and high ticket is the road to this promised land. So notice it says there, no hourly rate, low hourly rate coaching. Now look at this. I think this is kind of interesting. This is the road to scarcity. There's 3 main ways that I've seen coaches stay in scarcity in their offer. And some of you are going to laugh about this because you're like, shit, this is me. Number 1, you tell people over the phone about your low hourly rate. So you go, hey, Bob, I'm $100 an hour. And Bob goes, no worries, let me be your client. The second option is You tell people on the street about your low hourly rate. And you're like, hey, Bob, this is my low hourly rate. The third thing here, is I'm going to get this in a minute, is your current clients tell other people about your low hourly rate, and therefore they come in for the first session this low hourly rate. Now, would you believe, if you've done this, you can write, I've done this, or I'm doing this. This is actually how 95% of life coaching training schools teach you how to sell. And look at the chat. I bet you've all spent money with somebody, if you didn't start with me, that somebody told you to do this, or you just started with this because you didn't know any better. Or you just do free coaching, and so then you lose all your self-belief, and because you just attract low committed clients, right? And if this is resonating for you, then you write in the chat, word, Luke, word, word. Okay, great. Now, if you start with me, you know I do not teach this road. Word. Great. Now, I'm going to show you in a minute, but we're going to change how you do this. You're going to tell people over the phone about your thing above, which I'm going to tell you in a minute. I'll tell you down the track what it is. You're going to tell people on the street about what your thing above is. Something in the middle goes there before the high ticket program. What do you think goes there? What do you think goes there? You're going to find out soon. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. Something goes in the middle before you sell your high ticket program. Something goes there. I'm going to tell you later. And then you want to tell your current clients about your thing above. We're going to see in a minute. Now, watch this. This is how your high ticket program should look. Now, I don't mind if you take a photo of this. I don't care. But you need a way to visually show what you do. I talk to so many coaches and they're just telling people over the phone through audio, or they're telling people on the street, buy my one-on-one coaching at 100 to 300 an hour, and wondering why you're not getting any clients. You need some visual way to show what you do. So that would be a 6-week, or it would be a 3-month, or it would be a 6-month. But you need all of them. Now, some of you, the pin has to drop here. You might have gone, holy shit, I don't have a 6-week or a 3-month or a 6-month. And maybe I've got a 6-week, but I don't have a 3-month or a 6-month one-on-one. Why not? Because you might have a belief that people wouldn't want to pay $5,000 to $30,000 to work with me. And that is why you are stuck. Who's had that belief before? Give me a wave. I've had it before. All right, I've had that belief, and Teresa's coming to neurotransformation therapy, so that's a good thing. But that's got to change. This industry, the biggest thing that you should, by the way, to transform yourself, it's so good you're here. The biggest thing to help me is hang around people that where you want to be. Because we do 400 to 500 grand every single month now in cash collected, and I hang around people that do 1 to 2 million a month, and they break my beliefs. But there are so many people out there that would pay you money for a transformation, and they're not. Stop selling your time by the hour. Sell for a result. Sell for an outcome. Has anyone heard of anyone, for example, that gets lap band surgery? Has anyone heard of that? Give me, if you've put your hand up, if you've seen that. How much is lap band surgery? Or maybe you've done it yourself. But if you have, or you know somebody, it's probably between, I don't know, $4,000 to $20,000, I think is what they charge. But a lot of people go back to or struggle because they didn't have the inner transformation. So you're selling an inner transformation. If I get rid of lifelong depression, lifelong anxiety, if I save someone's relationship, if I help them to transform their confidence, these things are worth this amount of money. So you're probably thinking that I can't charge that, or I don't have a program like this just yet. But we're going to come back to that later. Don't worry about that. But you just need to know there's people out there paying it. You just need to find it. You've been hypnotized, sorry, it was a bit controversial, by the Matrix to think small. But we're not going to be doing that now. So let's get step 3. Step 3 is we need a clear niche and $1 million message. So here are the most profitable niches that I've seen. Dating, relationships, health or weight loss, corporate coaching, consulting, and training is huge. Men's coaching, career coaching, mums with burnout, stress, or anxiety, investing, trading, money coaching, parenting with troubled children, women entrepreneurs, male entrepreneurs, business owners. You can help them. Coaching coaches, addiction coaching. I have a friend that makes $1 million a month helping people to quit drinking. He charges 15 grand USD for 3 months. And his pitch is, you're not drinking again. Pretty wild. Trauma healing coaching. All right, pick in the chat. Which one do you like the most? Pick one in the chat. I want you to be interactive. Don't just stare at the screen. Let's pick one. Come on now. Caitlin, Jenny, this is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. Now, from all of these directions here are some people using what's called, now this is the niche, but what we need is what's called $1 million message. I'm going to show you this in a minute. Now, this is an example. Christina, she's in our inner circle. She makes 10 to 30 grand a month, helping people or women to become the one to attract their Mr. Right. It's pretty good. So I put it in the language that my client uses in their head when I put my niche together, or I put my message together. This is a friend of mine, Dim. I just caught up with him in Bali. He makes 30 to 50 grand every single month, and he helps men in corporate work to unleash their confidence and get rid of self-doubt and unlock drive in their direction. Then I have Gwen. She did my inner circle and my 7-figure academy stuff as well. And she's a corporate coach and trainer. She made 23 grand in a week with this message. I have a friend of mine, Lockie, is a student as well. He's done my programs. He made 70 grand the first few months, helping men create direction for their lives by building mental and physical fitness. I have a lady named Mary. She makes about 200 to 400 grand a year now, doing corporate trainings and career coaching. Make 10 grand a day. And she's got a great message as well. We have Laura. We've got plenty of people. Well, Jamie's amazing. From the States, was in Wells Fargo Bank. Now makes 50 grand a month doing career coaching. Phenomenal. So we have plenty of people. So we need $1 million message. Now, step 4. So step 1, step 2, step 3. We've got this so far. Now, by the way, why did I say step 1, transform yourself? Why did I say not just master sales skills? Why did I say that? Because if you're selling something that hasn't worked on you, then people are going to notice that, and it's going to come across in your communication, isn't it? If you're selling something that you made up out of thin air that hasn't worked on you. Give me a wave if you follow. So the way I feel congruent to get people to fly from all around the world to our neurotransformation therapy training is because this stuff has worked so well on me that I don't have a cell of doubt that if you don't do the stuff that I have, your life is not better off, it's actually worse off. And I know that because of what it's done to me, not even because of testimonials. And some people go, oh, I need all these testimonials so people buy what I have. That's bullshit. That's a myth as well. No, it's an energy. It's called mind, heart, and spirit alignment. Who's ever had a time where you've tried to offer something to someone, be like, oh, I don't really want to charge that much because there's still a part of you that is not fully certain that it's going to get them the result, or you're worried that it might not get them the result. Give me a hand up if you've had that. I've had that, right? That's why you're not charging enough. So we need to get rid of that. That's why I put that for step 1. You don't have to sell anything when it's worked on you because you're like, holy shit, this has worked on me. You need to do it. That's why we do it that way, right? That's why I love seeing people in a training, in a room. Step 4 is post content and do launches. Now, I've never taught it this way, and even some of you guys that are in my programs already, I want you to see this. Watch carefully. Now, I've got something new to share with you. It's called the Content Marketing Pyramid. And the purpose of this pyramid is to grow your target market following. It's to build know, like, and trust with that following. And it's to convert the following into paid clients using what's called social media launches. Are you ready? Write in the chat if you're ready. If you're ready. Come on now. let's go. This is definitely amazing, and I would never normally share this unless you paid a good amount of money. But since you're here and we're one family, let's share it. All right? Since you're here. All right, here we go. Watch carefully. Now, I've never shared this before. Never. Here it is. Stage 1. It's called you need to post content. You need to post video content. Yes, you need to be seen on camera. You need to do written posts. You need to do carousels, which is where they scroll across the screen and they've got different slides. If you go on @LukeHawkins on Instagram, you'll see we do carousels, and you'll see we also do quote cards, and you'll see I do written posts. Those are those 4 types of content posts, and you need to do all 4. So which one are you not doing? Write in the chat. Which one are you not doing? Are you not doing video? You're not doing written feed posts? You're not doing carousels? Quote cards is there's just one quote and it's got a picture of you in the background, or a video of you in the background, or it's just got a quote on a slide. Some people are none. So you need to do all 4, because otherwise your audience is going to get fatigued. All right, now the next bit. There's 3 main content types. There's inspirational. What's inspirational? Tell your story. So the number one way to build your brand, here's an extra little value bomb, is tell your story. And celebrate milestones. So anything that you achieve along the way, big or small, celebrate it, because your audience love that. Inspirational. Number 2 is educational type posts. This is adding value posts. This is where you say, here are my 3 tips to go from anxiety to total self-confidence. Or here are my 3 steps I took to get me out of depression to living happy and free. That would be educational posts. Then number 3 is an entertaining type of post. This is where you need to do funny posts or memes, or maybe of you dancing, or maybe of you something entertaining, or your lifestyle. I showed me going to Bali because that's a lifestyle post. I don't have a family. I hope to have one day. But if you have a family, then I would highly recommend that you even share that. The more you share about your life, it builds connection. Connection builds trust, if you're taking notes. Okay? Some of you are like, oh, I don't want people to know anything about my life. Well, too bad. They need to know about it. Okay? You're not that bad of a life. You're actually quite interesting. You're more interesting than what you think. If the Kardashians can become billionaires out of talking about nothing, then you can become successful out of talking about your life. Give me a wave if you follow. Just know the Kardashians became billionaires on a day in the life show talking about nothing. And some of you are like, how do people ever watch this? Well, they do. All right, here we go. So stop posting stock images you found online. Stop posting random quotes that you found online that look terrible. Stop posting filtered images that can barely show your face. And stop putting quote cards that look like an insurance company wrote it. So no more of that. Great. Here's the next bit. Now, there's 3 levels to posting. 3 levels. Watch carefully. I never normally share this unless you pay a good amount of money. Beginners will post 3 to 7 written posts a week on Instagram, Facebook, and or LinkedIn. That's what a beginner does. A intermediate person, they will do beginner level, but they'll also do 5 to 7 short form reels a week on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and TikTok. That's if you're intermediate. And probably 1% of people are intermediate on this Zoom. And then if you're advanced, this is if you go on my social media, you're going to see we do beginner level and 14 short form reels a week on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. They go across on YouTube and TikTok, and we do 1 to 2 long form 5-minute plus videos on YouTube a week. Now, at the beginning, do you think everybody's going to watch your stuff and everybody's going to go crazy? Oh my God. And you're going to go viral first time. Is that going to happen? Probably not. Now, some of you are looking at this and going, holy shit, this looks a lot of work. Well, what would you rather do? I used to clean toilets for the living. And there's nothing wrong with that if people love that. But many of you here who would rather just do some posts on social media than clean toilets for 12 hours a day? Who would rather post on social media? I would rather post on social media. I think that's better. I used to work in construction. I was doing scaffolding. I used to carry poles from one end of the building to the other. I would rather post and do that. I used to teach in a school where I'd have 30 kids in a class and they would throw things at me when I turned my back around. Who would rather have things thrown at them from behind their back or post on social media? I'd rather post on social media. Alright, so now, don't worry about, we're going to talk about content writing in a minute. Alright, so you've got to change this, right? We know we've got to change. And your mindset is what's in the way if you're not doing this, and maybe you don't know how. We'll talk about that soon. But anyway, this is how we built our brand. This is how I got 240,000 on Instagram, 66,000 on TikTok, almost 14K on YouTube, and YouTube actually pay me money now. So that's why we do it. See, look, there's YouTube paid me $900 during that payment. They paid me $900 in about a month or two. YouTube actually pay you money. And then I just share posts, right? This is good. Great. Now, from all this, here's all our videos that go viral. We talk about more about that later. All right, now, are you ready for stage 2? Here's stage 2. So stage 1, you know you need to post content. Stage 2, watch this carefully. You need to drop a social media launch every week, fortnight, or month. What launches should I do, Luke? Now, I can't believe I'm sharing this, but I'm about to share the 6 main social media launches that I know that all 6, 7, and 8-figure coaches do that make them lots of money and get them to help a lot of people. Write in the chat, I'm ready. Come on. Come on. Write, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Come on now. Who's enjoying this so far? Who's enjoying this? All right. This is good. The only thing about masterclasses is I don't get to talk to people. That's why I want to meet all of you in the room. I'm going to meet a lot of you in the room. We'll talk about that later. But I want you to meet you all. Yes, LFG. Let's effing go. We're not here for... All right, here we go. So, and Marissa, I want to see you back this year. Please come and see us. All right, okay. Ebooks. This is the first one. Ebooks and PDFs. They are good. That's the first one. The second one is, I'm glad you're loving it, Aussie, what's the second one? Challenges. I run challenges. Now, challenges are a little bit more advanced, 3 to 5 day challenges, but they are amazing for building trust because the more time people spend with you, the more that they're willing to spend. So, you ready for this? For every hour, if you're taking notes, that a person spends consuming contents, for every hour that a person spends consuming your content, on average, the average person is likely to spend around $1,000 for every hour, minimum. Some people are really just ready to spend over 10, 20 grand or more, but the average person. So that's why I like challenges. The third one, masterclass or live trainings. So that's why I'm running a masterclass. That's one way you can do it. Live training, they could come to a workshop for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, half a day, a full day. You could do that as well. Or what's called a free coaching call offer is the fourth way. What's the fifth way is a mini course. And that's where you pretty much give a PDF and a video recording of your video or PDF. You could do like a Loom recording. And the sixth one, which I love, which some of you are, and some of you guys, I haven't talked about this before, but some of the people in our inner circle are doing it and it's working really well. And that is a women's circle or a men's circle or a men's group in your local area. Okay, great. Which one do you like the most? Write in the chat. Which one do you like the most? They're the 6 main social media launches I like for coaches. Great. Now, from all of this, and these are amazing, and all of these are best when you're starting out. I like to do them for free starting out. Why do I do them for free starting out? Because you're going to get way more people do it and you'll make more money on the back end than you will by charging $20. You'll lose more money because less people will come and that will cost you more on the back end from people buying bigger stuff. Give me a wave if you follow. Okay, great. So you do that. Now watch this, because some of you are getting the penny drop now. Get ready for stage 3. So many coaches, why they don't make money is because they're only doing stage one and they're doing stage one poorly, aren't they? They're posting once a week. Some of you are laughing. Vanessa's laughing because they know, shit, this is me. I'm posting once a week to say Merry Christmas, or once a year to say Merry Christmas, or I'm saying today's my birthday, or I don't know, I share some meme 3 times a year and I wonder why I don't have money as a coach. The more that you advance to beyond beginner, to intermediate and advanced, the more people that grow your following. And the more people that grow in your following, that's stage 3. Look, stage 3, as your following grows, so does the number of people that opt into your social media launches, and so do the number of people that book sales calls, and therefore your business grows. And so you need to pick from one of the 6 launches. That's what I recommend. All right, let's give it up. Let's give it up for that. Yes. Okay. Woo. Yes. Yay. All right. Right. One thing you learned so far. Come on. One thing you learned.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5%
All right. Great.
100% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
All right, well done. Give one a hand. This is good. Give one a hand so far. This is good. Okay, great. Now, a lot of the people that offer stuff similar to me, they would charge you a lot of money for that model. That is the best breakthrough model I've learned. That is what has got us from, in the last 12 months, from 150K a month to 400K a month, just by using this model and just by following. And now, watch this. This is amazing. Here we go. So, are you ready for step 5? Step 5 is use an AI agent and virtual assistant to message 50 to 100 people a day, and you want to get 2 to 4 calls booked a day. So, you post on the platforms, you message these people, and then you're going to have 1 out of 20 to 25 people book a call or opt into your launch, and then 1 out of 3 will buy if it's a call or from your launch. Normally about 1 out of 10 will buy from your launch. That's a value bomb, that is. 1 out of 10 should buy from your launch if it's a good launch. Give me a wave if you follow. 1 out of 10 should buy from my launch. Okay, good. If it's a good launch. All right, great. Now, I'm going to answer some of these questions soon. Now, value bomb using AI. Here we go. Watch this, how we use AI bots now. I never had this. Step 1 is your virtual assistant is going to send messages on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and they're going to do that. They're going to send a message to people to get them to opt into your launch or get them to book a call if they engage in your posts. Step 2, your VA screenshots the response, copies the URL of their social media profile, puts it into the prompt section of ChatGPT, and asks what it should say to get someone to opt into your launch or book a call. And we're going to talk about the actual prompt later. Step 3, your VA sends you the response that ChatGPT wrote, you edit or approve it, and then the VA sends it on social media to that person. Step 4, if you didn't change the response that the bot gave you, then you approve the VA to send it. You say, send it, virtual assistant. If you did change a response, you tell the virtual assistant why you changed it, and then you tell the VA what you changed it to so they can send it to the person and copy it into the bot and paste it. So you train the AI agent to think like you and be like you and become you over time. So then step 5 is the virtual assistant no longer needs your help and they're booking calls without you. Give me a wave if you follow. All right, this is good. Okay, great. So from all this, some of you are having these questions. Okay, Luke, where do I get the virtual assistant from? How do I find a good one? What is a good message to send so people opt into my launch or book a call? What is not a good message to send? What launch should I do? There's so many launches to choose from. How do I put my launches together? What social media post should I do? How do I come up with ideas for my videos? I don't know what I should say in my videos. Do I freestyle? Do I use a script? If I use a script, how do I put that together? How do I edit my videos? How do I make sure I get more than 500 views or more than just my mum liking it? How do I get thousands of views or millions of views even? And how do I make sure my following grows? How do I get people that are going to pay me 3 to 10 grand for my program? And what are the daily actions step by step to make 30K a month? Now, because of time, I had to give you the formula, as you can see here, of now you know the structure. Now you know if I follow this, this can get me to 30 grand a month. This is the structure. Okay, give me a wave if you follow it. This is the structure. Okay, good. And you have my model. Now, I gave you my secret model, the content marketing pyramid. Now, from all of this, these questions that we said before, if there was a way to make 30K per month within 90 days using the exact system that over 500 of our 6-figure coaches have used and over 40 of our 7-figure coaches have used, where it's never been easier using virtual assistants and AI, and you only need 12 hours a week. Who would want to see that? You can write in the chat, yes please, or show it to me, Luke, or show me. Need some energy here if you would like to see it. If not, all good, don't worry about it. We can wrap it up here. Because the good news is when you've got a successful business, you actually don't need anything from anyone because you've got a system. And you're just here to help people and you want to get them to where they want to be in life. All right, there has been enough energy. JFDI, that's good. Here we go. Now, remember I said we need these 3 things. So, we need psychology, these 4 skills, and we need strategy. So, here is my offer. And this is wild. And I've never packaged it this way before in 12 years. And some of you now will qualify for what's called the Rocket Launch Me Now to the Moon program. You're ready for liftoff. And others of you qualify for half of this program so we can start running to the promised land now and getting results now. And some of you, unfortunately, would not yet qualify because some of us would rather hold on to safety of where we are, even though that it's painful. The stove ain't just hot enough yet. The stove just ain't hot enough. But don't worry, I think that you're going to see that won't be people here. I will never offer this again if you're up for the rocket. Give me the rocket. All right, give me the rocket to the moon. So, there are some bonuses here I'm going to be sharing today. They're out of control. And if you bought 7-Figure Academy within the last 6 months, don't worry, you're going to get these bonuses too if you bought within the last 6 months. So that's okay. And though if you're in 7-Figure Academy, you might want to upgrade or apply to upgrade to Inner Circle because you might want more of our help. All right, so you might want that or you might want that, right? Some of you as well. Now, this crazy rate is discussed on an interview that you would apply for. There's no direct sales price given. This is a qualification interview only. And we no longer accept anyone just because they have money. And I have learned brand and community is greater than money. All right, here we go. Anika's ready. Catherine's ready. Here we go. So there's something for everyone. If we believe we can make you more than what we charge you within 30 to 90 days and you have aligned values, then we will invite you in. And Dan's going to put the link in the chat already if you know you want to apply for the Rocket Launch Me to the Moon program. Dan's going to put the link already. So we assess your psychology, your willingness to change, your willingness to learn, your willingness to be coachable, your willingness to put any ego to the side that says, I know it all. If you're not where you want to be, we don't know it all. I definitely don't know it all. I can tell you that now. And then the willingness to have fun along the way. If you meet this criteria, then we'll be sharing a crazy interview rate on the call. And here we go. Dan's already putting the link in the chat for those who already know they want to apply for the Rocket Launch Me to the Moon program. Here we go. And there's the QR code if you know you already want to book. Dan's going to spam the chat because I have 40 interview spots for this week because the week after I've got a training to run. Would you believe? I've got another training run. So it's in there already. Now, If you want to talk about upgrading or getting some of these things, then you can apply as well. All right, great. Now remember we said this. Step 1 was transform yourself and master sales skills. And these were the 13 common patterns that we need to break through in. Now, because of these 13 patterns, you're going to get this. I'm going to see you in Sydney if you're flying here in 2 weeks' time is one goal, right? If you can't make it here in person, then I'm going to see you online if you're in the United States or overseas. March 11 to 13 in 2 weeks from now. If you can't make those dates, I'm going to see you in person July 9 to 11 and online July 8 to 10. And I would book in now for this crazy offer. So I'm going to see you one of those dates. Now, so you get the 3-day live event training with me, which is pretty cool. You get 12 months access to an online course. It's got all these tools, techniques, and frameworks to transform people and yourself. You have 12 months support as a coach. Every coach, write this down. Every coach needs a coach. Every coach needs a coach. And it's going to be phenomenal. So that means if you ever get stuck with something, we're going to be there to help. You're going to have a certification from us as a neurotransformation therapist, practitioner, and coach. You're going to be with us for 3 full days, transforming yourself, and then you can have all these crazy bonus scripts as well. Every script you could imagine is going to be there to help everybody with everything. Now, I've got a bonus to help you turn any human being you meet online or in person into a high-paying coaching client. Watch this. Here we go. All right, write in the chat. Give me the crazy bonus, Luke. Give me the crazy bonus. Is the crazy bonus. The crazy bonus. All right, crazy bonus. All right, here we go. The crazy bonus is this. This allows you to close 33 to 50% of all sales calls and all prospect meetings that you take. And it's the accumulation of over me, who's taken over 11,000 sales meetings in 12 years. And I've had always a 33% or higher close rate. And I've banked over $20 million at least from coaching. Are you ready? Here we go. Remember this, that we said this is why people stay in scarcity, this low hourly rate. And I said there was something in the middle that needs to go there before the high ticket program. So what we need is the discovery coaching call. This is a call that is going to allow you to not miss any parts of the problem. And the reason why we don't charge enough is because we don't find enough of the problem, we don't find enough of their traumas, and we need to be like a mechanic, and we need to be finding all the parts that are not working in the car, like a mechanic. So you can write in the chat, be the mechanic, be the mechanic. Who's taken their car to the mechanic and thought, I only need this one little thing fixed, and then they hit you up with all these more things and you end up paying more? Who's done that? Come on, you've done that. Who's been to the dentist and you're like, shit, I think I only need my teeth cleaned, but then later you walked out with a full set of something else and thousands of dollars later? Who's had that? Yes? All right, you've all done it. So I've got to be the mechanic or I've got to be the doctor. So that's why you're going to use this script. I'm going to give you this script. This script is telling you exactly what to say, word to word. Look at this. It tells you what to say during the session. You find out where they want to be. You're going to find out what's holding them back. Look at how clear this structure is. It tells you exactly what to say. It's amazing. You find all their fears. You find all their inner child wounding. You find all their sabotage patterns. You find out everything that's related to the problem. I'll show you exactly how to pitch it. And then you have a program. You're going to show them how to offer your program. You have the template. You're even going to show through the neuroscience why your program works. What percentage of coaches do you think can tell you, this is why my program works, because this is the impact that it has on the prefrontal cortex, this is the impact that it has on the amygdala, this is what it does to the brainstem, this is what it does to the hippocampus. So pretty much you're like a neuroscientist that's telling people the science of why people changes. Who thinks that your clients would pay you more money because you understand the neuroscience? Give me a wave if you follow. This is why I have the biggest trainings in the country now. And this is why I train more people than anyone else in the world. Is because you have training that other people don't have. You don't need to do a neuroscience degree. I have plenty of training in neuroscience, and I'm just going to pass it on to you. So that is why your clients will pay more as well. So you're going to have all this training, and you're going to have you're going to present everything that you need, and it's written out day by day. So you're getting this amazing script, and it's worth at least $1,000. And total value so far is $31,000, including the Masterclass Crazy Bonus number 1. That is only for this Masterclass. So book in now if you haven't seen the light yet. Dan's putting the link in the chat. Now wait. I'll book in now because you're going to see this offer is about to get better and better. Write in the chat, make it better, Luke. Make it even better. Make it better. Make it better. Up your game, Luke. Make it better. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. Alright, well, there's 40 spots. Dan, and once you book in, write in the chat, I've booked in. I've booked in. Alright, now remember step 2. We said this. So step 1 we've handled. We've transformed ourselves and we've mastered sales scripts because I've given you exactly what I use that's made me over 20 million bucks. So I'm giving you that. Great. Now, here we go. Remember step 2, we set a high ticket one-on-one program that we charge $3,000. Well done, Jenny. Congratulations. And anyone else that's booked in, congratulations, Carmen. We said we need a high ticket program. No more cheap ass hourly rate. Here we go. Now, this next crazy bonus has been used on tens of thousands of times on clients. It's been used on tens of thousands of clients and responsible for transforming people for anything that walks in the door. This is accumulation of 12 plus years of seeing 3,500 people one-on-one and $1.2 million of development in trauma and neuroscience of trauma, neurobiology, behavioral science, evolutionary and traditional psychology, shadow work, all these different, you name the healing modality, I've probably done it. Because Luke needed a lot of help along the road. So, he is going to give you as well. By the way, the biggest myth you've been told. What do you think the biggest myth is you've been told in the coaching industry? What's one of the biggest myths? It's got to be the biggest. You ready? Is that they tell you you need years of experience or hundreds of free pro bono clients to charge your worth and get amazing results. I'm telling you, that ain't true. Right in the chat. That ain't true. That ain't true. Alright? He knows it. This man knows it. Now, you just need a system based on neuroscience that means your clients transform. You need a system. And let me tell you this. If you had used a system, whether you had used it the first time or the millionth time and you followed the same system, how many of you know if it's a system, you're doing the same things, you can get the same similar results? Give me a wave, because it's a system. McDonald's, when they buy a hamburger, who can make a better hamburger than McDonald's? Give me a hand up, you can make a better hamburger. Alright, great. But why are McDonald's making more money than us at hamburgers? Because they were the first with a system. And they can get a 13-year-old boy or 14-year-old girl, whatever, 13-year-old girl to follow the system. Do they need someone to have cooked hamburgers for 50 years before they pay someone $12 an hour? No, they don't. No, they don't. And their system sucks. Well, their hamburgers are not that good. But the reason why they make money is because they have a system. So you just need a good system. Now, let me ask you this. If you just got qualified in heart surgery and your heart surgeon said to you, hey, I just got qualified, but don't worry, I made up my own new way to do heart surgery. Would you let that person operate on your heart? Some of us here need to have our egos broken a little bit. I'm sorry. I think you're great, but I don't think you should be walking out qualified, say, I'm just going to make up my own program, and don't worry, you're in good hands. I would rather, I would not see that person. I would not. So, instead of that, what I would do is I would prefer to use something that's been proven to work for tens of thousands of times for 10 plus years. I would prefer that. And so that is why if you're accepted into our program, On the interview, you're going to get the 6-week neurotransformation therapy breakthrough program that has been used over 10 years now for over tens of thousands of clients, and it's worth at least $3,000. That's Masterclass only crazy bonus number 2. And I would book in now if you haven't yet, because this is just getting crazier and crazier. Dan's putting the link in the chat. They can see week by week what they're doing with you. How many of you, before you go do heart surgery, you would like to know what are they going to do? Who would like to know what they're doing before you let someone open up on your heart? You would like, what are you doing? You'll probably know. So that's why your clients want to know. So you're going to tell them. Jamie used this program, made 14 grand in 7 weeks. Marion Hutton was in corporate work for 30 years. She quit her job within 2 weeks and made $14,000 from selling this program. And she added in a few herbs and spices, but she's got the right system. And so, by the way, I'm going to show you, there's some testimonials, not from our coaches, but they're actually from the clients of our coaches, would you believe? And so someone wrote as a client of one of our coaches that this has been amazing, this 6-week breakthrough program has transformed my life. Darren said that. Then somebody else here wrote another review to one of our coaches. Then Ashley wrote this about one of our coaches, how they let go of all their baggage. Ellen Addison said the 6-week breakthrough program was amazing. Cecilia said it was amazing. Catherine helped someone, they were taking antidepressants. I'm not a doctor, but this person decided to stop taking antidepressants. So they got rid of that. Then someone else said it changed their life. Someone else. I've got plenty of these people. You know it's a good program when the clients are saying the program works. So, and then, wow, this is amazing. So, right now we're at $34,151 of value. This is pretty wild. This is pretty good. Now, all right, write in the chat, Luke, I think you've got more. I think you've got more. I think you've got more, Luke. It's the 20th of February. It was your birthday. I think you've got more. I think you've got more. Okay, great. Here we go. You can do better. Here we go. Now, remember I said we want this clear niche and $1 million message. So, rather than try and do it on our own, you're going to have a one-on-one coaching call with our expert coach, and she's going to write your message with you. And so it's 100% correct. So we can't get it wrong. There we go. So isn't that great? That's step 3. Now, step 4. Remember I said with this amazing formula of the content marketing machine. And we said we wanted to do these social media launches. And we wanted to use an AI agent and a virtual assistant to get people to book calls for us and opt into our launches. So this is to help you with step 4 and step 5. Here we go. Is you're going to have a 2-day boot camp with me. On this 2-day boot camp, I'm going to see you April 9 and 10. We are going to implement a launch together. We're going to implement a launch together on that 2 days. And it's going to be April 9 and 10 if you're in the US, or it's going to be August 6 and 7 if you're in the US. If you're in Australia, then it's starting a day after that. And it's 2 days, and we hold you accountable to doing a launch with us. And if you apply and you get accepted, you also get this. You get 5 months access to an online course that has got this whole thing broken down. Watch this. Watch this. That whole content marketing pyramid I showed you, well, I'm going to show you exactly how to go viral on social media, how to come up with your scripts of what to say on videos, how to do your posts. I'm going to give you posts. I'm going to show you everything you need to do content on social media. Give me a thumbs up if that's helpful. I'm going to show you everything you need to do your content marketing machine at stage 1. Then on top of this as well, I'm going to give you, which is pretty wild, look at stage 2. I'm going to give you, you see these, I talked about these 6 main social media launches. I'm going to give you how to do every single launch. And in the portal, it's all going to be there. Ebooks, PDFs, challenges, masterclass, live trainings, free coaching call offer, mini course. Every single launch has a 5 to 30 day social media content marketing plan to go with it. If you think that's good, give me a thumbs up. It's done for you. This would save you years of time. Dan's putting the link in the chat. If you haven't booked in already, I believe now there is 20 spots left. Now, I've been told out of 40 to book in. Dan's putting the link in the chat. Now, on top of this as well, you've got the online course that gives you access to all that. You've got business chat support. If you ever get stuck with your business, just ask for help. You've got 5 months of one-on-one coaching. Now, a lot of containers, they put you in a group call and they go, it's only group, and then you're scared to ask for help. You don't know if your question is good enough to ask for help, and so we just don't even speak up. We don't get the help we need. That's why you're getting a one-on-one coach, 16 sessions for one-on-one, 30 minutes a week to hold you accountable to this plan. Give me a thumbs up if you would do more if someone told you and said, hey, post more content. And they would say what content, they would tell you you're posting on these days and you're scheduling it. So that's what we would do. So you've got the 6 launches and you've got all the content of how to do it. I've saved you a lot of time there. Now we're up to step 5. How do we use AI and a virtual assistant to message people? What do we do there? Well, look at this. Some of you are like, I know I need to message people, but what do I say so I don't upset people? And what do I say so they opt into my launch or that they book a sales call? What do I say? Well, you want to learn how to do this because every prospect is worth to you $3,000 to $10,000. That's how much it costs if you write the wrong message. But don't worry, that's why we've included all the chat sequences. You're going to have exactly what to write so that people book into your launch. It tells you exactly what to say. Now, you might remember where do I hire a virtual assistant from to write these messages? How do I interview them? How do I track them? How do I make sure they don't steal my passwords? How do I make sure they don't empty my bank account? Or how do I make sure that they don't stay for 1 week and then leave and tell me they've found their passion? Or how do I make sure that they perform without me while I lay on my hammock? Write in the chat, show me. Show me. All right, good. This is great. Come on, team. Well done. Good energy. Now, the good news is we have 23 amazing people, and I've hired a lot of virtual assistants. So that is why we are also including the virtual assistant hiring and systemizing elite training. This is the most complete hiring training that you could ever find to get a virtual assistant to an amazing one that performs, one that does great work for you at a great rate, and that's really good. So now from all of this, how do we use, then all you need to know, which is great, is how to use AI to train your virtual assistant and make them run without you. Well, you just go here, you go into the portal and you follow the training, create your own AI assistant, and you get them to train your virtual assistant so they book calls for you. That's amazing. They're going to do that for you. So now, I did something. This is everything you need broken down. Isn't this great? And Dan's put the link in the chat to book in. Now, I did something that no mentor told me not to do, and it cost me a lot of money and I would have saved that money if I just found the right mentor. Are you ready? Well, look what Luke did, because no one showed him. I spent 30 grand on this website. If you go www.lukehawkins.com now, this website cost me $30,000. And then I spent $5,000 in software to host all my funnels. And then I spent over $4,000 in hosting online courses in a platform that hosted my online courses. And then I spent $40,000 in 1 year to use Salesforce, which is a CRM which allows you to store all of your client data and information. And so I spent $79,000 total in about a year. Who would like to save $79,000? Right, me in the chat, me. Come on now, me. All right, definitely this. So I have a recommendation. Don't do that. And instead, I've got a surprise. Here's the surprise. This is getting wilder and wilder. This is getting wilder and wilder. Is you're going to have 6 months free access to our CRM And that means that you are going to be able to create funnels inside of the CRM that we're giving you. It allows you to store all of your client emails, phone numbers, everything. It allows you to host your website. Don't pay thousands of dollars a year hosting a website, and don't pay somebody to build a website. I'm going to give you our $30,000 website. Isn't that amazing? I'm giving you the website. If you're in this, I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you how as well to build an online course. Our online courses are in there as well. So from all of this, this is worth $63,000. You're going to have all of these things now. There's $69,000 worth of stuff now if you book in now, and these bonuses will not be offered again. This is it. This is it. Dan is putting the link in the chat. Who believes their chances of success are now significantly higher that I'm giving you everything you need to go and be successful? Give me a wave if you know this. My chances are a lot higher now because Luke's giving me all the launches, exactly what to post, exactly what to message people, exactly how to hire the VA, exactly what to get the AI bot to train my VA, and I'm transforming myself. I've got an amazing script to sell people into my high ticket program. Now, VIP bonus is coming up. Now, I've got number 3, but I need some energy. Come on now. Give me some energy. Give me some energy. Crank it up. Let's go. Let's go. Come on now. All right, crank it up. Watch this now. More bonuses, Luke. Come on. More bonuses. All right, here we go. Here we go. This here is the 28-day 10K to 50K per month system. I have got the system here showing you day by day exactly what to do, which is what all of our 6-figure coaches use and 7-figure coaches use to achieve this. It tells you exactly what to do. Now, this is what we achieved within 2 days by doing this launch together. We did a certain launch, and this is what we achieved. Watch carefully.
When I started with Luke, I had $300 in my bank account. I was in massive debt, and my life has changed in the last 2 weeks since I've started this. It's like everything unlocked for me. Since this morning, I've done $6,000. It was $4,000. Now it's $6,000.
So I've actually booked 16 calls now.
8 calls, 4 sales, made $2,250.
6 calls, 4 sales, $10,000.
7 booked calls in 3 days, and I banked $6,000.
I have booked 15 calls.
8 book calls, $2,200 in the bank.
6 book calls, 1 sale in the bank. $1,800 for 6 weeks.
10 book calls. In the first call, I made a sale.
I sold almost $10,000.
This works. Like, it's easy because we have a day-by-day plan. $2,500 sale today. 7 more calls already booked. 10 more people to book calls.
In 2 days, I have booked 8 sales calls and I've made $15,000 US yesterday.
I got 10 booked calls.
I've got 12 calls. I sold 1 discovery.
I booked 8 calls.
3 book calls, 2 sales.
I made one 4K sale.
In the last 2 days, I have been strapped to my phone if I haven't been strapped to this laptop. I've got 8 calls booked over the next week and a half.
The total at 17.
How many calls did you book?
11.
10 book calls, $4,000 in sales.
Where were you before?
Scraping bottom of the Olympic pool, running out of air. It's made such a difference, tearing up.
This has been the best training, and I go to so much training. It's not even funny. I would recommend this training to everyone who wants to grow their social media, who wants to grow their business. This has been beyond for me.
All right, crank it up for all of them. Yes. All right, this is getting better. Raise the energy. Come on now. This is getting better. I got more. This ain't over yet. This ain't over yet. All right, let's go. Let's go. Dan has put the link in the chat. Congratulations to all those people. Watch this. There is a special rate. We're now at $72,000 worth of stuff. And it's a crazy rate, way better than that if you book in now only. Now, on top of this, if you will get a special rate if you book only in now, never before released. Now, we've got, Dan's told me now, there are currently 10 spots left. Here we go. So based on what your needs and goals are, and if you align what we're looking for, you're going to get invited either to the Rocket Launch Me to the Moon program, which is going to be everything in this that I've showed you, or you might be invited to one of them, or you might be invited into Lions Inner Circle, one of them, depending on where you're at. Now, here, watch this. Watch this. This is wild. I have something here. I've got wild bonus number 4. Give me some energy now. Come on. Give me some energy. Get ready. If you want to see number 4, I've never given this ever before. This is a wild bonus. Come on now. Give me some energy. Let's see it, Luke. Show me, Luke. Show me. You've got more. You've got more. Come on. I know there's more energy in this. Give it to me. Give it to me. Show me, Luke. All right. Here we go. All right.
Hey, Luke, sorry. I meant, we need to stop the share screen and do it again because it's just stuck on the same screen right now.
Okay. Hang on. No problem.
Yep.
Hang on. 1 second. We're here. We're here. Boom. All right. Here we go. All right, you get all these bonuses, everything here. So you're going to get invited into the Rocket Launch to the Moon program or one of the other ones, Lions Inner Circle, depending on where you're at. Okay, here we go. Watch this. Bonus number 4. On the others, there's one other wild bonus. I've got something today that is only if you book now. And I will keep my word on this. This is only if you book now. And if you haven't seen enough value yet and you're still thinking about it, this show ain't over yet. Now, this is the last thing you get. There's no more. I would book now if I was sitting in that seat, by the way, because this is, all spots are about to go. I know that for sure. There's the link. All right. So we built a funnel for this masterclass, and it allowed us to have over 600 people register within 24 hours. Give me a thumbs up if that's pretty good. In 24 hours. It was our highest performing one ever in 12 years. It was the wildest thing I've ever seen. And I wondered, like, why did this funnel do so well? So what did we do? Well, we used AI to come up with the headline and outcomes of the masterclass. There's certain prompts that we used to do that. We used a certain email sequence campaign as well. We also used a certain text sequence campaign. We also used a certain WhatsApp sequence campaign. And then we used a certain social media campaign, which was a series of events that we launched on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. We had a series of social media posts, and we did a series of Facebook and Instagram stories. It was like Christmas at once. What were the results? We had over 600 registrations within 24 hours. And we thought, what is one final gift that we could give you if you book in now and you're accepted into the program, which will be the business mentorship part of the program? Well, here we go. Here we go. Get ready. I'm going to give, if you book in now within the next, you're going to have 3 minutes to book in before this is never dropped again. I'm going to give you our entire funnel with our entire marketing sequence as well, that is worth $9,997. This includes the actual funnel that includes page 1 already built. You just change the headline and you change the picture. You've got the whole page. You've got page 2, the confirmation page. You're going to get that as well. You are going to get the whole masterclass email and text sequence, the whole social media launch, the whole, all of the follow-up scripts, everything. It's worth $9,997. If you paid someone to build this funnel, you're going to pay at least $3,000 for the funnel build, and then you're going to have to come up with all the writing. Then with all the sequences, you'll pay more for putting all the sequence together. So rather than pay that, we thought we're going to include it. That takes it to $82,130 for everything today. I will not give this masterclass funnel package again, and you have now a crazy deal if you book in now. That is everything I've got to succeed. I know nothing else that I would do, And if you bought this within the last 6 months, you're going to get these bonuses as well. But if you haven't, then I would book in now to get all these crazy bonuses. It's your final chance to book in now. Go right now. 1 minute to book in, and we have now 8 spots left. Let us know when you've booked. That's it. Final chance. All right, 10 seconds left. Last 5 spots and we're shutting it down. This is it. Never again will you get this funnel from me. I will not give this. This is too good. And it's really phenomenal. And everything included you could possibly want to make 30 grand a month within 90 days. Here we go, last final seconds. Life is always taking us. Congratulations, Kimmy, Raj, Iruka. Congratulations to Kimmy. This is wild. All right, my final call out. Hang on one tick. Final call out. Alright, I don't know any other company that would give you this much for such a crazy rate if we think we can help on this interview. I don't know it. And I'm just so grateful to serve all of you here. I think there's no mistakes. Everything happens for a higher reason. And I'm very grateful for the people that have attracted into my life because without them, I wouldn't be here. I honestly wouldn't. So I want to say thank you to all of you for being a part of this and seeing the amazing system that we have here and seeing how you can do this. Just know that no matter where you start, that it's only temporary. All we need is a bit of creativity, courage, and commitment. And things will change for you. I was in $34,000 worth of debt. $34,000. And I was earning $300 a week. So I just have an attitude of saying yes, and I think that's helped me more than anything. And we want you to be part of the community, and I'd love to meet you in Sydney. So thank you so much, everyone, being here. Thank you to my team. Thank you to everyone that's been here. You guys have been amazing. Kick some ass, make some waves, help a lot of people. We're here whenever you need us. The door is open, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. God bless you all. Thanks again. Have an amazing night or day where you are. God bless. See you soon. See you on the call. Have a great night, everyone, or great day, wherever you are. Take care and be well. Man on a mission. Hope to see you all soon.